Today I will show you how to make this flash slide transition. So a bunch of you guys have absolutely loved my flash transition tutorial and my slide transition tutorial. So I was just like, why not combine both of these concepts into one tutorial? And I think it turned out to be a banger. Oh yeah, and also guys, if you don't already know, my name is Povikas and I've been a video editor for around 8 years now. And I also have a super dope video editing website called povikas.com where I have all of my video editing presets combined into one bundle, which is my all packs bundle. So I definitely recommend to check it out, because it doesn't just include every single preset pack that I use for every project, but also every single preset pack that I will ever release as well. But anyways guys, let's get into the tutorial. Alright guys, so in After Effects I have two clips and I want to transition from this clip onto this clip. So the first thing we need to do for the flash slide transition is we need to separate these clips out by around 10 frames. So 9 frames is a perfect amount, and I definitely will recommend to rename these layers to first and then this one to second, so we just don't get lost. And what I like to do, but you don't really have to do this, I like to press Ctrl D on the first clip and press Ctrl Shift D and delete the first part and just have this. And I just like to take this and just mask it out, so you can like take the pen tool and just mask out your main object. So for me it's the girl, so I could just mask it out. I guess not main object but like main character. I mean, for you it could be like a car, so that's why I said the object. Alright, so once you have masked it out, if you close out this one, you will just see the girl. Now I didn't do a really good job at it, but you know, just do whatever. And let's just turn on the background again. And for this frame, I just personally like to go to effects and presets and add hue saturation and take it on this layer. I just like to make the master lightness to 1. So that's pretty much going to flash our character. And here you could also add something like directional blur to add some blur so it doesn't look like kind of bad. This kind of does look bad, so I like to make it to 90 and the blur length something to like 20. And then we can press Ctrl D on this layer and then go 1, 2 frames forward, and here delete these effects, and here you could just add something like invert and you could just keep it like that, and then go back here and press Ctrl D on the background layer, press Ctrl Shift D and delete this one and just have this background and put it behind it. So pretty much it would have a background but like this, and here you could add like hue saturation and make the master lightness like really high, something like that. And if you wanted, you could have also added directional blur right here and made the blur length like a little bit higher, but the direction it's 0. So this is how it's going to look now. That's already a flash transition that actually looks really cool, but we want to make it so much more professional and we want to turn it into a slide transition. So what we can do is we can go a bit before our transition and press Ctrl Y and make this adjustment layer into just 2 frames. And here I just like to add a levels effect, and I like to make the input black like something like 12, keyframe the histogram and then go 1 frame forward and make the input black like 68 something. So now it's going to like get darker and then flash, which is going to make the flash stand out a little bit more. And now from this frame we can go 1, 2 frames forward, and on this frame we will start to add random frames which we need for the slide transition. So what do I mean by random frames? Well, it can just be anything. It can be like photos, it can be random frames from clips. So for example, like look, I just have these random clips right here, so I can just drag these clips right here and I'll put them below the second layer. And from this random clip I'll just take out 1 frame, press Ctrl Shift D, delete. I just want to have 1 frame. Guys, this can be any frame you want, so just take any frame from your video and add it, and then go 1 frame forward and take another random frame. So for example, I'll just have this one, press Ctrl Shift D, delete for me. I mean, as you can see, that is super random. Like this is the most random thing, but it's gonna work really nicely for the slide because of the randomness. And then go 1 frame forward and I'll add another one. Now for this one, it should be random, but I would recommend this to be a kind of like a nice frame. So it can be like a person zoomed in, like for example this girl, and I'll just go 2 frames forward, press Ctrl Shift D, delete. So yeah, I'll have 2 frames of this, and what I like to do is like to press Ctrl D on it again to duplicate it and just drag it to fill the left space up, so it will like kind of stutter like that. Now if we just have it like this, it's going to look like that, which does not look good at all in my opinion, and doesn't look like a slide transition. So to actually make it look like a slide transition, we can start to add a bit of a slide. So we can press Ctrl-Alt-Y on top of this third random that we have, and I'll just make it into one frame by pressing Ctrl-Shift-D. And here we need to add an important effect called offset, and here I'll make it like 1100. So this is going to pop out and it's going to look like a slide, but we can also add directional blur, point it to 90, and make the blur length like 36. So now it's already going to have a bit of a slide, but that's not going to do it all. So we need to go one frame forward here, and we can actually duplicate this adjustment layer by pressing Ctrl-D and bring it right here and have it for 2 frames. But here I like to make the shift to center to like 730 and keyframe it at the start, and also make the direction to -9 and the blur length a little bit higher, like 45, and then go one frame forward and make the shift to center to like 508. So that's going to shift a bit more. So it's going to be like this slide, which might look a little bit funky, but it will look really nice in motion after we add a couple of more flashes. So on top of here, like literally right here, we can press Ctrl-Y to make a new adjustment layer and make it into one frame and add the effect called exposure. And here I like to make the exposure super high, like to 4, and the gamma correction a little bit higher to like 1.34. And let's call this to flash, because this is going to be like the flash pretty much. And now we can go one frame forward, press Ctrl-D on the flash layer to duplicate it. And here, instead of making it high, we're going to make it like really low to like -2.75. For the gamma correction, we can keep it at like 0.9. And that's going to look really nice, just like that. And then we can go to this frame and we can duplicate the flash layer again, bring it here. And I like to make it to like 2.5 on the exposure and to 2.5 on the gamma correction. And now we can also take the flash layer and press Ctrl-D again and go back to this random clip. And here we can make the exposure to like 1.6 and the gamma correction a little bit higher. And this is what you will get right now. It kind of looks like a slide. If you want to make it look a bit more like a slide, just like incredibly like a slide, you can press Ctrl-Y on everywhere and add an effect called Minimax and just make the radius to something like 15, but make sure to go to horizontal and vertical and make it to just horizontal. And this is going to make it look like a bit more like a flash. And you can also add directional blur if you want and make the blur length like 15 and the direction 90. Keyframe the blur length. And when you get to like something like this point, you could make it to like 0. Now I'm personally not a biggest fan of this, so I personally like to make the radius of the minimax to like 5 because I just want it to be a bit more subtle, and this is how you'll have it. But as you can see, there's like something definitely missing here. So on the second clip, we can go and press Ctrl-Y, and after the flash, here we need to add some sort of like a shake effect. So to add like some shake effects, we can go to animation presets, user presets, and I personally like to use my impact presets pack to make this way faster because to manually make a good shake effect, it does take a long time, so I don't want to waste any more time. And we can add something like extreme ripple. Actually, it doesn't even have to be a shake. And this is how it's going to look with extreme ripple, by the way. That does look really nice. I mean, if you did want to have like a shake effect, we can delete extreme ripple and add something like a flash shake, which literally does a flash. And look how it's going to look with a flash shake. That actually looks incredible. But here we could also experiment with something like a frame glitch chaos as well. And this is how it looks with the frame glitch chaos. Actually, the frame glitch chaos seems to work like the best for this. I'm not even gonna lie. What the hell? That actually looks amazing. Okay, I think we found a winner here. But yeah, guys, I definitely recommend to check out the impact presets. It includes over 25 of these presets that are just ready to drag and drop instantly for your edits and music videos. And I'll just have it linked in the description for anyone who wants to check it out. And I'll also have my all packs bundle linked in the description, which literally includes the impact presets, but also every single presets pack that I've ever made on my entire website, and also every single presets pack that I will ever make as well. But anyways, guys, that's about it for the video. And if you would like to check out how I make crazy shake effects, then I'll have a video pop up somewhere here on the screen so you can easily check it out. But anyways, have a great day. See ya.